Welcome back. Excuse me. Or welcome on in. Trust all is well and pray the same. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe to this channel. This channel is Alchemy's Mom Tarot. My name is Alchemy's Mom. Let me start. Look, I just wanted to tap into the energies real quick. Give y'all a reading for the one time. I think I said it already. Trust all is well. Trust all is well, and I pray the same. Woosah. Let me see, am I picking up on anything? Nope. But that did just flip over. Got the Five of Wands in reverse. Temperance in the upright. With the Page of Wands on the bottom. Page of Wands in the upright. And on the bottom is the Empress in reverse. Eesh. I guess. Okay, well, two things. Either one, somebody want to come out of conflict with you. You know, they done been going through some things. Getting just desserts or getting karma or whatever you want to call it. And there's something about wanting to be more like you. Or it ain't gotta be more like you. It could be more like you. It's like they look up to you or something like that. But it feels, I don't know why it feels like it's not an apology. It feels like an admittance of guilt, an admittance of shame. Like somebody could have been like all the way live, like a thorn in your side. And then like, I don't know, maybe being called out by the universe. Maybe being called out by the ancestors, by the angels. Like to go and do right or go and apologize or go and it's almost like a parent saying, I raised you better than that. Okay, I don't know. Well, anyway, that's what came through. The other thing is somebody going back and forth with themselves and dealing with the inner unctions, the inner issues, the inner. It's all inner. I believe it's all inner. Your outer reflects your inner, right? But it's really just wanting to do better for yourself. This could be something about having to take better care of your health, taking better care of your. I'm getting your body, like not just your body, but with the Empress, I don't know. It's like, let's just say, and I don't know why this is coming to me. Somebody could be with child, not saying, but somebody could be wanting to plan to have a child later on. It's like, hey, well, you got to keep your body, you know, in order. Take good care of your body because, you know, if you don't know, maybe within the next 5 years, you know, I don't know, y'all, where this coming from. But yeah, with the Page of Wands to the Empress in reverse is really just like wanting, it feels like wanting to do better, having aspirations or goals, and it's like, look, listen, Linda, we need to go to the gym. Or maybe you would benefit from, I don't know why I'm getting, it's kind of funny. With the Page of Wands, I'm getting like a personal trainer. Or even, and it doesn't have to be a personal trainer, but it's somebody that you would contact or somebody that you would get in touch with for like services, for beautification services, maybe going to the salon, seeing a beautician, seeing an esthetician, seeing a chiropractor, seeing anything or anybody that could help you or aid you. And it's interesting because with the Five of Wands in reverse, I'm not just getting conflict like, outside of you, like with people. It could be with people, but come on now, like your whole world reflects around, and this is just a belief of mine, how you present yourself, how you comport yourself, how you show up in it, right? And I was just thinking, this is coming to me, like especially with the Empress in reverse. To me, whenever I see the Empress in reverse, it's like not honoring yourself, not showing up as your highest self, not presenting your best self, or for whatever reason, not feeling the best, not feeling the greatest, not Anyway, on the card it says insecurity, creative block, lack of progress, over dependence, emptiness, suffocation. And another thing that just came up when I see suffocation is not letting your light shine, or for whatever reason, not shining. Like I said, not showing up as the best version of yourself. Anyway, right? So for whatever reason, the Five of Wands could be conflict within the members. All those things, and especially because it's beside the Temperance. To me, I don't know why I'm getting like overindulgence, or just an imbalanced approach to. It could be anything from like not getting adequate rest, not drinking enough water, not going and touching some grass, like needing to go ground yourself. And it could possibly not be anything that you're doing specifically. It could be something that you're not doing. And I hope that makes sense. Like not taking time out for yourself, not going on that vacation, not going and getting that pedicure, not going. Be quiet. I think it's coming up to me, or saying this to me because I'm like, I've been saying I want to go to the salon for the longest time and get my hair trimmed. I keep saying trim, but it's probably gonna end up being a whole cut. But yeah, like go do that. Like what what you gotta do some research. I'm talking to myself now, yeah. Do some research, go find somewhere where you gonna go, that could be part of the conflicts. It's like really having to really want to just go to anybody. I don't know, whatever. Anyway, what else could we get from this? Let's say the current energies. I don't say more of a it's not even a consternation. It may be shifting from consternation to actually doing the work, making a phone call, setting the appointments, doing the research. I'd say doing the research. Yeah. Getting out the house. It's something about like literally shifting your anatomy. I say shifting, but switching up, your posture or your placement. Like literally getting out the house, actually just going, actually just doing it, actually just, So anyway, let's see. Anything else wants to come out about this? I don't know. I'm saying solution, resolution. Like what can be done? What's the beginning? I have so many different questions. What do we want to know? The Ace of Cups, Seven of Pentacles in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. What's on the bottom? Apathy. The Four of Cups in reverse. Sheesh. Well. There's something on this Ace of Pentacles. And the Four of Cups. And the Seven of Pentacles. The Six of Okay. 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 All right. What's on the bottom? Eight of Cups. Okay. Uh, the first. Back to the first situation. I feel like somebody going through it possibly because they miss you, right? And the craziest thing is like sometimes the people who love you the most do you the worst, do you the do the do the most damage, right? And it's not until you know you withdraw or remove or stop wanting to work with them or stop. I'm getting somebody who used to probably like you probably used to annoy them. Like you was always probably there. You know how they say distance makes the heart grow fonder? That's kind of what I'm getting. Because aside from just the 501s, I'm not really getting super malicious activity going on. It could just be like, it could have been jealousy. It could have been, and that's another thing I was looking at. Like, there's a very fine line between admiration and hate, or jealousy and love, or whatever you want to call it. It's a thin line between love and hate, right? It just is what it is, right? I don't know. I think the fact that you can love someone so much is like it opens the same channel that it ministers or produces hate. I don't know. That was just a theory. Um, Anyway, long story short, like it's something about the reflection of seeing something in you, or you represent to them like everything that they're not. I don't know why I'm getting that, but anyway, leave it alone. Let's move. We'll move right along. And it's something like I said, it's something about with removing yourself from a situation. That's when it's like, look, really, like now all of a sudden it's a um, I don't want to say this, but in their mind, it's like nothing's going right for them. Nothing's going good for them. Possibly be because you, with the Five of Pentacles on a split. I'm not going to take that because whatever. It's like something about you leaving them out in the cold. You leaving them out in the cold, and now all of a sudden they're having to. It's not the you not going back and forth with them. You know what I'm saying? You're not entertaining them anymore. You're not feeding into the delusion of all the things or whatever. I don't know why I'm getting an old friend with this, with the Six of Cups. Maybe somebody that you spent a lot of time with at one point, possibly could have worked with, possibly was building something with them, creating something with them. And it almost feels like, I don't know why I'm getting with the Empress in reverse. It feels like embarrassment. Like, and the Six of Wands in reverse. It feels like an embarrassment of them showing their butt. Five of Wands and the Six of Wands in reverse. It was like love taps. Or somebody doing something, getting caught, or and not even just getting caught. Okay, you were found out, or it was, and possibly you were just not interested in playing that type of game with them. And that just shows more. It was like somebody being obsessed with you. Somebody being absolutely obsessed with you, realizing that, oh my goodness, I am doing all this weird stuff. And maybe possibly it really is because I actually like them. Oh my goodness, like the realization of it all, right? But that only came, or it's only coming about because you literally left the show, left the circus, or you never participated in it in the first place once you realized what was really going on. And you could have possibly given it some time. I don't know. Like you could have possibly, like, like, hey, come on now, let's try to work together. I don't know. Moving right along. So the flip side of that is somebody really wanting to get back to, you know, like this is for you, the reader, the watcher, whatever. You really possibly wanting to get back to, I don't know, back. Let's just say back to loving yourself, loving, taking better care of yourself. Um, in period. I don't want to go too deep into it, but it's like it's just knowing that it's time for you to like eat healthier, or I'm keep getting eating healthier because here I am with the cup, the Ace of Cups, right, overflowing. But I'm really sitting here drinking water. Like I need to drink more water, right? But it just feels like you could have this air of, I don't know, it feels like despondency, like you might feel like you have so much work to do or so far to go. Like, is it even possible for you to get back down to a certain weight? Or is it even possible? Like, so much work is required. Like, whatever I'm looking at, like, you know, when you're finally making a decision to change your life, like the light bulb goes off, right? Because you had the Ace of Pentacles in reverse on top of the Empress in reverse, right? It's like the light bulb moment. It's like if you want things in your life to change, you got to be willing to change things in your life. And then you're sitting there like, okay, you made the decision, like the light bulb, like, okay, I agree, right? But now you're actually looking at all the work that is actually, and not, yeah, literally speaking, all the different areas, not necessarily all the work that's required, but all the areas of your life in which improvements could be made. And as and you know the improvements are possible. You know what I'm saying? You know that it's like it will be beneficial to you. So you go from, and this is, I think, the biggest thing that I'm feeling right here with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse to the Hermit in reverse, right? And the Four of Cups in reverse. You go from being kind of like, ugh, right? And I'm just saying, ugh. Like, you think about it, what you're going to have to do. Okay, you're going to have to stop eating so late. You might have to wake up earlier. You know, I'm just thinking like all the things. I'm big on, like, I'm kind of like low maintenance. I don't want to say low maintenance because I don't even know what that means, right? But I'm like, for example, it's hot outside. I don't want to be walking around with a face full of makeup. I was thinking about that just probably a few minutes ago. But, listen, Linda. Okay, you might actually want to look like you touched your face today. Or, I mean, just all the things. I'm not even going to go into the makeup. Or that's just one facet. But I'm just thinking about all the things, right, that you know could be, like, beneficial. Even with the Eight of Cups, I'm like, it's really right there. It's like, get up and go. Go take yourself to lunch today. What would it? Anyway. And it's not just about all the things that you need to do to better yourself and feel. It's the stuff that you want to do too. It's like knowing that the responsibility lies with you is somewhat daunting. It's empowering and daunting at the same time. Okay? And that's what I feel like the flip side, if this is about someone else and how they feel about you or you all's relationship, it's like, I miss her, but I can't stand her. Or him. Yeah, it's weird. It's like the work that's required is both inspiring but frustrating, right? Okay, anyway, I don't know why I be woosah. Because I'm getting, with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, to me, that's kind of like somebody sometimes just throwing their hands up. You know, it could be throwing your hands up, but it's also just not putting in, or the willingness, not having the willingness to put in the amount of energy or the amount of focus that it takes to actually see something through to completion, right? It's like, but you got started. You just didn't have the wherewithal to be like, you know what? I wasn't aware. I just wasn't aware. I had no idea. And that's fine not to have no idea, but it's the fact that you you kind of like, now you have an idea what you gonna do with it. Are you gonna rock with it, lay with it, rock with it, or you just gonna do right? Because I'm just keep getting the vibe like it's you have to do the work. You have to do the work. Um, You can do all the praying, all the seeking, all the searching, all the whatever, but it's the work that's required. And once you're aware, it's like, okay, now that you become aware of what's required, and you know, it's like literally, okay, let me tell y'all, and I'm gonna leave this alone after this because now I'm like whoop the whoop, right? Because it's the cups for me. It's the temperance starting off with the temperance. And that's kind of like grace and mercy, right? And then the Ace of Cups to me is kind of like self love and like pouring into yourself, and just the grace and mercy enough that's given, that's like overflowing, brand new mercies every day for you to get it together, like for you to get it right. Like, okay, so today's another chance. Like, okay, for me to actually, whether it's an apology, whether it's to try again, whether it's to like literally go and do the work, whether it's to like take one step forward, assessment, whatever. Um, And to me, with like the Six of Cups, it's like something like you can, like I said, it's fanaticism. No, not fanaticism. It's whatever. Let me see. I be trying to remember a word, right? But it's just like it's taking it out of, oh, that would be so nice, and oh, I remember those days, and oh, I remember doing that before, or that would like it's like it's whimsical, it's fantasy, not even fantasy. That's why I said fantasy, but it's not the doing. Right. What we're looking for here, moving forward, is the getting out of your head, coming out of consternation, coming out of overanalyzing, coming out of apathy, coming out of feeling however you want to feel. You made the decision. You understand what needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? It's like literally stepping into this, with the Eight of Cups at least. With the Eight of Cups at least, is leaving, like taking. Okay. Okay, let's see. Because I was going to end it, right? Is leaving. I think it's a mindset, y'all. It's a mindset shift that's required. And it's something about leaving this behind. Like literally having to I'm cursing in my head, but it's literally having to put on your big girl panties or big boy drawers or whatever. And, you know, get about your feelings. I don't want to say get about your mind. It could be the mental, you know, just all the things. Oh, it would be so nice. Wishful thinking type stuff. Like actually get up and Eight of Cups. Like do something different. Like leave that space. Leave that. It's some, I don't know what to say, because I'm getting with the Eight of Cups. You could sometimes be like lead a dream. It's, I think it's up to you where you want to go with it. Like you either gonna lead the dream, lead the wishful thinking, leave the hope, leave the. Cause the Eight of Cups is like, okay, so what are we doing? Travel, withdrawal, walking away, letting go, relationship breakup, escapism, and moving on. That's the thing. I'm like, escapism. That almost feels like the issue here in the first place. That's how we got here. Give me something on the Eight of Cups. Okay, the Six of Pentacles. Okay, all right. Okay. Okay. That's at least it feels like maybe starting small, but potentially beginning to give to the situation and releasing the burden, I say releasing, but I don't know. I think I said it in the beginning. Something about like shame, the guilt of possibly getting to this point, and like how did it get so bad, or how could I have let myself? Yeah. Anyway, too much responsibility, breaking down, lacking the will to go on, collapse, downfall, procrastination. Hey, like somebody, I mean, we struggling for real. Like maybe you just need to take a day off at this point. Sorry. It was something on the next. What's this? 12:24. Next 24 hours. What's the next 24 hours? We see that this is the current energies. What's the outcome over the next 24 hours? I would love to even say over the next 7 days. 7 days. 7 days. Let's push it out 7 days because I'm hearing planning. I'm hearing having to come up with a plan. Like if you can take out a plan and like certain little things, what we gonna focus on right here, right now, so it doesn't feel so encumbering. And like, what does this look like over the next 7 days? And you can even say something like the next 30 days. So it's something about better managing your energy or your resources, your mental, your emotional resources. Listen to me, I'm over here like, okay, next 7 days. Nine of Swords, Seven of Wands, good night. Three of Wands, okay, alright, that's what I was looking for, this one at least. Sheesh. And a Magician in reverse, sheesh. Hangman in reverse, okay, well, on the Mas on the bottom. Two of Cups in reverse. I mean, guess what? I feel like, and this is kind of how I am. This is me personally. I'm not going to sit up here and try to diagnose anything. It's like anytime somebody want to make changes, it's always going to be, not always, but it's like feel the fear and do it anyway. Excuse me. And at least you had a planning card. You may not feel supported. You may not feel completely, like, it's certain things with the Magician in reverse. To me, it's like, I'm going to just say, like, some of the shit take time. Some stuff you're not going to be able to do overnight. Like with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Like some of this stuff is like this is a lifestyle change I see. This is lifestyle type stuff. This is not just, this is somebody like, well, can I do it? Yes, you can. Will it be challenging? Will it be difficult? Will you need to? Yes, you will. I feel like you're capable. You're definitely capable. This I don't know, with the Magician in reverse and the Hangman in reverse to the Two of Cups in reverse, it just feel like you're gonna continue to go through it, go through it, but like go through it. It's like growing pains. It's with anything. It's like the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows, the ins and outs, the whatever, right? But excuse me. With the Three of Wands and the upright on top of the Six of Wands in reverse, it's just something like, this is the process. Like, this is the process. You're not going to feel like doing it every day. You're not. But that's part of it. That's part of the process. That's part of the process. And with the Two of Cups, it's like you really going. Oh, I'm gonna just leave that alone because it could be. Hold on, give me something on the Two of Cups. King of Wands in reverse. Okay, you're gonna have opposition. This is, and I don't know if it's something big, it's something that you really want to do, something that you let's say difficult choices. It's something that you really want to do, but it's really something that it's like is an important decision. This just seems like a real important decision, something that is real like um real close to your heart, close to your. It's like something about your identity. I do know why I'm getting identity, but showing up for yourself, becoming a version of yourself that you know that you desire to be. I'm not going to say that you know, right? And it's all the things that's required. It's something like discipline. You really just gonna have to bang this out. You really just gonna but like this. If it's something that you really, really, really want to do, and I feel like it's something that you really want to do. Six of Swords on the bottom. What's on the split? The Star card in reverse. It's something that you really want to do. You may have doubts that you'll be able to accomplish it. I think you have lofty goals. It may not just be lofty, like, okay, ooh, but you may have very high ideals. Excuse me. And quite honestly, I think some of this stuff you just really gonna have to pray and fast. I'm looking at this as like a praying and a fast type situation. Some things come not but by prayer and fasting. And I keep looking at this Temperance card with this Ace of Cups, right? And you probably haven't done it in a while, but it's something like just start small. I'm saying praying and fasting because I do believe a lot of times, like, well, inner versus outer, right? Your inner world affects your outer world. Like it's a mirror. So you got a whole lot of stuff showing up in your outer world. I believe it's all the stuff that's showing up on the inner world. And what can you control primarily? You can't generally control the outer. You can only control the inner, right? So anyway, I know a lot of times, and this is why I'm kind of like woosah, right? But a lot of times I do these readings or I read, and it's like you just want a happy ending. You want a happy-go-lucky, scenario and all, and things are gonna work out, and your love is coming in, and I'm not seeing none of that. I see. Oh, I ain't gonna say it's not coming in. I'm not gonna say that. I see there is love, but what I'm more concerned with seeing is love of self. What I'm more concerned with seeing is like commitment. That's like somebody, and you could flip this you could flip it, right? But it's like the changes that you want to see in your outer world going to come by way of the changes that you make for your inner world, right? So that I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that because I see this King of Wands over here in reverse, and it's just like the best thing I could say. The best thing, and I'm saying this like I'm talking to somebody. I'm talking to clearly you. Let me stop. But I'm talking to myself right now. I feel like some of the changes that somebody wants to make just seems like real, I would say challenging. And they don't really see how they can make it or how they can make it happen. And all I could say is, like, I said it already, pray and fast, pray and fast. Get really clear on what it is that you want or what you desire. You know, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak kind of situation. Make the plans, right? Write it down, make the plans. Even with manifesting, right? And this is big. The hows are the demand. The hows, how something can happen or how something can come about is in the domain of the universe. Meaning, you can try to wrap your mind around the hows. The how, you being able to see how something can happen makes it more believable to you. But truly speaking, you have no idea how something can actually come about. Right? So sometimes I think it's just being willing and doing what you can do, i.e., writing it down, taking some type of action every single matter of fact, even sometimes just holding on to the vision, holding on to the dream. And I'm not saying don't do nothing, but what I am saying is don't give up. Right? Don't give up. Right? And take a chance. Take a chance. That's another thing. Well, on the 3 of Wands, it's like really just taking a chance. It's like, yes, you might not even think about going if you don't see a way of how something can be possible. I've been sitting talking to my daughter. There's a whole lot of stuff. This little girl. Oh my goodness, right? But knowing what I know now, and just having a little bit of experience in life, and I remember being like her. It was just like, oh, let's do it. Let's go. Like, let's. And in her mind, she's seen me do so much stuff. She just like, Mommy, you can make anything happen. Like, if you really wanted to. And all the things I've been telling her over the years. If you really want to do something and put your mind to it, we can woo woo. So what's the problem? Like, girl, my mind is tired. Let me stop. Cancel. Happy thoughts. But with this 9 of Swords, it's like you could be going through it in so many different areas of your life that it's just certain things. It's just like you could really whole time be tired. Anyway, I don't know why I keep getting working out, like exercise, like building up strength, endurance, perseverance. Because that type of stuff, like your body being strong or having a strong, fortified body. I don't know how I'm saying. I know I'm not saying it right. Excuse me. It would be beneficial, like physically strong, spiritually strong, whatever, like better able to deal with some of the stuff that this world life throws at you. If you're tired and you're run down and your body is just like you're dehydrated, you're like whatever, you're stressed out, like it's a whole lot of stuff that you just gonna be like okay, that's it. It's almost 40 minutes. I don't even want to keep. I'm kind of big on, like I said, I wanted it to be like a happy ending, and a happy, positive vibes. But this one just seemed like, hold on. Like he holding on to this wand, y'all. Look, he holding on to this one. He holding on to this one. He holding on to this one. It's something about like hold on. If you can release some of the burden, some of the mental strain, some of the stresses, some of the things, and folks, realize that you are doing something. I don't know if it's nobody out here that's not doing nothing. Like, come on now. If you're not doing nothing, then step it up, right? But there could be things that you're just not seeing. You're not seeing the progress because you're too close to the problem or something like that. Maybe you need to really step away from it and focus on another area of your life. Or even just taking like baby steps in a situation. Only other thing that's just coming up to me is something about keeping an account, keeping track. Not adding another thing to your to-do list, but literally keeping track of what is being done, what has been done. what you have accomplished, what you have secured. And if you do need to, you know, it's something about getting it together. Like somebody who wants to, I don't know if it's like wanting to show up like in a way that is like they feel like they have to redeem their, what is it, their reputation. And I'm getting to redeem the reputation. Good night. Seriously? Yeah. With the Seven of Swords in reverse. It's something about redeem. Okay, building trust in yourself. Somebody wants to build the trust back that, you know, you possibly lost by way of them just not showing up as the highest version of themselves. You know, something about you being their wish fulfillment, and it's something like this whole idea of getting back to you, showing you that they can be the version that you remember, or whatever it was in the beginning. It's just a whole lot of stuff. Like I'm not even gonna get too deep into that because it's like a whole nother story just really wants to come out, right? And it's like there's Two of Cups in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. Now you got the Emperor to Nine of Cups to the King of Pentacles. It's something over here, and it's very interesting to me. Something about self-love, taking better care of yourself, and I feel like you are. But by you taking care of yourself, you pouring into your own cup. Those who have not shown up, anyway, we're not gonna say what they didn't do, whatever. Let's just say it's highlighting to others that, you know, they can't just show up in your energy any kind of way, and people feeling some type of way about that. Like they know that they're having to do the work. It's like the same work that you're having to do for yourself